Pure Vida. How many of you on Facebook and Snapchat lately have been seeing things pop up with memories where they show pictures? Of course, it's obviously back when we did have Snapchat and Facebook first started, but today's trip is about memories, or goes to the quote, remember when? Yeah, we're going to do one of those. We're going to go to a spot only about an hour and a half away. We're going to go up to the Waterville area. Couldn't get out last night. Had to work this morning. And so we're going to go pick some place close. So we're going to stay at Cicada State Park. I think we camped there one time when I was really, really young. But there's another place across the lake, Cicada Lake. And then also there's a bunch of different resorts up in that area around Lake Jefferson, German, and Washington that we're going to go check out just to see what it all looked like. And then the one place, like Beaver Dam Resort, we stayed there a lot. It was a real fun place. It's pretty cool. So we're going to go there. I hear they almost have like a restaurant and stuff in the, if you want to call it the office, the lodge part. So we're going to go check it out, see what's all there, and go back and remember when this used to be, or this, or remember that. Yeah, that's what we're going to do today. A little bit of nostalgia. And like I said, this is a place where 2 or 3 times a year each summer, my grandpa and grandma Gene and Merlin Benzo would always take us up there all the time. Sometimes it would be a solo trip with one of the grandkids, sometimes it was 2 of us, but we'd hook it up to the old Bonneville and we'd hook that red Lund boat up with the 50 horse Evinrude, and away we go. And man, we fished like hell, and we caught a ton of fish, and it was a lot of fun and a lot of memories. Alright, we made it to Waterville. We're cruising along the shores of Lake Cicada, and we're about ready to go. Here it is now. We won't go up in there that far. Place we went to a couple times, and we'll see the sign here in a little bit. No, we won't. Camp Dells. Camp Dells is a pretty cool, fun place. Let's pull over here. So we won't bother the people. Looks like they've added a lot of stuff. Obviously, we went here and it was back in the 80s. Remember camping here? We camped, of course. We came up here with my great aunt and uncle, Dave and Ruth Wittenberg, and my cousin, Darby. The reason I remember that is the lanes and stuff here did not have asphalt like they do now, but they had sand was pretty much what you drove on. And he would always take his Tonka trucks and stuff. So basically what we would do is, they're not trickle by. That's a new playground. We play all the time in the sand up and down the road. But there's a swimming pool here, and they've added all kinds of other fun stuff as well. There's all kinds of treats and snacks in there, along with shirts and stuff. So check out this place if you want to go camping. There's a lot of stuff for your kids to do. But Camp Dells, Waterville, Minnesota. Next stop on the tour, sorry for the wind, is Lake German. This is a good fishing lake. I fished it quite a bit. Caught a lot of crappies and bluegills out here. I don't think many people are fishing. I think they're all boating because it's 85 degrees right now, so I'm sure they're all in the water. But there is, okay, there might be one boat fishing. I don't know the exact location of it, but there should be a single boat out there just sitting there fishing. But there's a 10-foot island is what everybody calls it, that a lot of the crappie sit on come springtime. And our next destination is over there, which is Beaver Dam Resort. We stayed there a lot, so we'll see you there. Alright, first before we go to the resort, we gotta check out another spot. This is Jefferson Lake. Another good crappie, bluegill lake. Some northern, I think there's some walleye also. We mostly focus on panfish when we see here with Grandpa and Grandma. There is a little channel over there that goes under a culvert to go into German Lake, but from going over top it, I look down and it does not look like it's deep enough anymore to go through. It looks pretty shallow. So, lots of houses, summer cabins and stuff, but another good lake to fish. Alright, here's Beaver Dam Resort. Obviously the trees are growing way bigger and everything is packed in tight. A lot of campers. I think, if I remember right, looking, it went to a lot of permit sites. But the office lodge is up here. It does look like there's a few cabins left, but I don't know where the heck I'm going to park. I'm going to have to go and do some looking around because I ain't gonna be able to get out of here. Everybody's got all these golf carts and other stuff out of the way in there, but we'll figure it out and we'll get inside. Well, still does look like they have the pool here, so that's pretty cool. That was always fun. They had a water slide in there, but I don't know if they still have it anymore. But let's go inside. I won't record probably inside here because I'm guessing everybody, their neighbors in here. They got some outdoor seating and stuff. And of course it's German Lake. Okay, here's the update on the lodge. If you want to call it the lodge. The cabins, they still rent out, but people rent them out for the whole summer. It's not an individual weekend type thing it used to be. The back game room, the baseball game that I was hoping to see is no longer there. The pool table game room is not there. That is now their kitchen. That place was packed. There's all kinds of people inside having drinks. Their pizza looks amazing, so I'm gonna have to come back and check out their pizza sometime. But we're gonna keep on going. Oh, there's Wise Stop. I don't think that's there anymore. That sign's about all gone. That's the other name of the one. There's a local couple I was talking to that was talking about the different areas and stuff, and told them that last time I'd been here was back in the 80s, and telling the different stories, the different places that we've been and stuff. Same with the bartender. I didn't catch her name at all. Very, very helpful, very friendly. She was interested in the story, like the different resorts, like this Summer Breeze that used to be Castelline. Now it looks like it's mostly seasonal RV camp spots. Don't know if the cabins are there or not. They didn't know either. There's a boat rental place across the street that they mentioned about. So we'll still go by Hall's Resort, even though they all said that that one's gone. That young gal that's the bartender, she didn't even know that was even there. So she's gonna look into it and see how long that's been there. But the other couple said, nah, it's been gone for quite a while now, which is pretty sad. So see you there. All right, found out what Hall's Resort is. Hall's Resort now, it's called Boondock Liquors. So I don't know if it's like an on and off sale bar. See if we can zoom in. Not looking too spooky, suspicious. But yeah, up there at the garage on this end, that's always been there. But around to the right, it'd be the entrance to, look like, I can't remember if there's like, they have like food there, like a little bar. I know you get snacks and treats and all kinds of stuff, but no, it looks like it turned into basically a bar up there, and there's cars and stuff in front of the other thing, so maybe they just sold out all the different cabins and stuff. But whatever makes it work. It's too bad seeing another little resort go by. Memories of the past. Alright, last stop on our memories tour before we get to Cicada Lake. We are at Elysian Lake. This was Grandpa's bullhead lake. Grandpa would love to come here and we would hammer and slay the bullheads. It's a very shallow lake. It's been winter killed quite a few times over the years. One story is, I remember there's like an island out there somewhere, way down maybe on the south end of the lake. But there's a narrow point that goes in between them. Well, not narrow, but there's a little point that goes between the island and the mainland. And I think Grandpa might have missed that on the topo map. We went over it and the lower end unit hit on some rock and just made the motor bounce, boom, 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 flipping up and down and stuff. And by the time we stopped and fished, we noticed there's a little bit of an oil sheen around us. So we were like, something's not right. So we loaded up, and yeah, sure enough, we had a little small leak in the thing. Another little fun story. But yeah, I know, insert the Iowa jokes with all the eating and cleaning bullheads. We did that also in Waseca, like Clear Lake, and I think Cicada, we caught a bunch as well. But then we'd catch like literally a cooler full of bullheads, and we would take them to a place in Waterville, which I drove by and I don't think it's even there anymore. They used to clean fish for a fee. Back then it was like either like 5 or 10 cents a fish, which doesn't seem like much, whatever, but if you take over 100 bullheads there or any type of fish, it adds up, whatever. But back at that time, that's decent money, easy money, once you get good at it. But those were the days. Remember when? Well, let's get to Cicada and let's get set up and start doing some camping and relaxing. All right, you know it. It's time to get our stamp for our book. We are official. That's number 20 in the series. Okay, now after driving in this park a little bit, I don't think we've ever camped here. I think we've only camped at Camp Dells. But I'm on my way down to have a fishing pier on Cicada Lake. And we're going to go and check it out. But it looks like there's some people fishing. So we might just do a walk by. I ain't going to do any talking once we get out there. Or, it looks like I go over to the left up here. And we won't disturb them by walking on the dock. There we go. We're way at the far east end of Cicada Lake. The rest of the town is way back up that way in Camp Dells. A few boats out there tearing around. All right, camp's all set up. Got the truck tent on the truck. The truck is level. It's time to get supper going. So we're gonna have pizza over the fire in the pizza oven. And you know what time it is now that step 1 is complete. It's time for step 2. Let's see, what is step 2 tonight? Well, since we are in Minnesota State Park, no alcohol, we're going with the old-fashioned orange crush. So, gotta follow the laws. Cheers. Ain't too bad. It's pretty refreshing. I haven't had one of these in a long time, so it is what it is. But the thing that's nice, and somebody is asking, why don't they allow alcohol in Minnesota State Parks? I think it is people get too loud and rowdy and they just don't know when to shut up. Makes things a lot quieter. Camp settles down a lot faster. People go to bed earlier and staying up late and playing loud music and such. So I like it. Plus, why do you have to drink to have a good time camping? I don't know. But I'm going to show you around camp here in a little bit and see what's all going on. Oh yeah, I forgot one other thing. I got a new toy at Walmart in the camping section. I can't remember which it was, but a little Ozark Trail personal fan. It's got 3 speeds on it, and actually it blows quite a bit of air. Campfire's right there, and I'm blowing the smoke away. Not that it's going any which direction, but straight up. But this thing kicks off a little bit of heat, so I'll sit here and cool myself off. Alright, the good old tripod. These are some pretty deep fire rings, so I'm gonna have to be a little cautious on this one. Don't know if I can make it too hot. If I get the coals going and get the pizza thing down in there, it might go and come around over top the top lid. But yeah, it's not the levelest of all sites. I'm guessing people put tents back there somehow. You're rolling towards this side. But a nice picnic table, and oh yeah, I'll show you a supper, pre-supper. Oh yeah, it's one of the Quick Start pothole pizzas. They're pretty good if you never had one. But tonight we're gonna go with the good old truck tent. I had to wait about an hour and a half to set it up because the sun was right on this spot, right on the truck. So no sense of trapping the heat. So we got this door open right now. Who knows? I don't think it's supposed to rain tonight. 7% chance. I'll check the forecast before I go to bed. But remember my other little hack I had? The pool noodles? Yep. I got those windows open inside. And I got the little things that push the rain fly out, so that's going to help a lot. And the other thing I got going on is I have another fan in there. So that's going to help a lot also. I really don't think I'm going to have to cover up at all tonight. Probably just sleep in shorts is about it. But it's supposed to get down to 65 tonight, so it's not going to be too terribly bad, I don't think. But let's get some supper cooking here, because I am getting hungry. Oh yeah, I could hang from that little tiny tree right there over to that tree easily. So I could have brought my hammock and been in hog heaven sleeping tonight. Could probably also hang between those two trees, but right underneath is those rocks, and also it looks like there's poison ivy, so that's a no-go. I noticed this when I went to go get water, these orange flowers. Looked it up. It's a Martagon lily. Pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever seen one of those before, but pretty sweet. All right, pizza's done. Sampled the first piece, and oh my gosh, it's absolutely perfect. Cheese is melted great. The bottom crust is nice and crispy, is not burnt at all. Let's see here. Let's flip that open. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Another good one on the pizza oven. Good morning. Surprisingly, that was a pretty good sleep. Had my little fan going the whole night on. It's the perfect speed, not too high, so it didn't get like super chilly at all, but I still did pull the blanket up about an hour or two ago. I don't know, you used to sleep with a blanket, so it's not like it's cold, but it sounded like a light chill. Birds are super active. Holy cow. That's what woke me up. So I think we're going to go and get the stove out, get some breakfast going, listen to the birds a little bit more, and tear down and wrap this video up of Cicada State Park. And we'll go do some exploring around with Faribault and Old Town and have a little fun. Looking at different things. I found it on Facebook. I read about some tunnel. I think I'm gonna go do that one. I'll go make a different video, and a whole separate video on that one. It looks pretty cool. I'll try to find a little more history on it and read up about it a little bit, and we'll go check it out. Well, first things first, gotta have coffee. Today we're going to do little sausage patties, hash browns, and we'll have eggs, of course. I didn't have any bacon, so sausage patties it is. But it's been interesting. Here's a app for you to get. It's called the Merlin Birding app. Some friends I camp with, they go and have this app and they sit and listen. And so far this morning I came up with 9 different species of birds that it's identified. And it's pretty interesting. It shows you the pictures of the birds, their habitat, and if you want to, play a little video if you want, so you can hear what it is, so you can learn them yourself. So go check it out. It's worth it. Voila! Breakfast is served. How's that? Now it looks delicious. Well, I think I'm up to about 12 birds now. Some of them I've never even heard of before, so this is pretty cool. We got a downy woodpecker, which is nice. A scarlet tanager, those are a sweet little bird. Too bad you can't see them, but you can hear them, that's about it. But still, it's so peaceful and relaxing, it's not even funny. Alright, well, we got camp all tore down. Everything's all picked up. We did a quick walkthrough, leave no trace. Found another one of those little metal tent stakes that somebody didn't get out of the ground, but we left it on the picnic table for somebody else. With that tent pole and that stake, who knows how many more pieces of tent equipment we could find between the Blister sisters and in our group. We could probably come up with a whole tent here pretty soon, but well, it's time to get going before it gets too hot and humid. At least a little breeze is picking up. That's gonna be good. Hopefully it picks up a little bit more. 10 miles an hour would be really great. But it's probably not much of a video, but it's pretty cool though. Gets you thinking again. Memories. Remember when? So remember when somebody or something introduced you to the outdoors and got you going and doing. Did it turn you into who you are today on your hobbies and stuff? I think it did for me, obviously. So it's interesting coming back to Waterville, the Beaver Dam area and stuff. So with that, just want to go with our normal, live life, don't in fear, you're going to miss it. Thanks for watching, and thank you Grandpa, Grandma, Gina, Merlin for taking me up to Waterville. Beaver Dam was a lot of fun, along with the other resorts we stayed at. Those memories will always be with me. And if I can find some pictures, I know there's probably pictures, I would post them at the tail end of this video, but I only have one picture of a couple pictures of just them. All the other ones are probably in a big box full of all this stuff when we went through Grandma's stuff when she passed away. So rest in peace, Grandpa, Grandma. Thanks for the memories. Catch you on the next one.